Hi, my name is Ashley Otsko, and I'm in the CFS 345 Spring of 2020 class. This is my life plan video based off of what I've learned from this semester and how it can truly apply to my life now and going on further into the future. So I thought I would start off by talking about my value statements or my values kind of just in general. One of my top values is integrity. Integrity has always been something that's super important to me as a person because you really want to know that people are there for you through the thick and thin, and they're not just going to be in your life at one moment and the next not really be there and be a good friend. So being true to yourself and having that integrity is something that's always been super important to myself. Perseverance is another key value of mine that I've always valued because I have always been such a hardworking person and I've always had to persevere in the face of adversity. And I think showing that you can be given a challenge and overcome that is truly something that is very notable in a person. And it's something that I personally look for in a person because if someone can persevere through something, then they can really tackle anything in life. And they're a very determined person. And being determined helps you achieve your lifelong goals. Another value that's super important to me is personal growth because seeing myself, even just looking at myself, seeing myself from where I started college and where I am now, I'm a completely different person. And so I think it's super important to even just reflect on yourself or reflect on your friends of being able to see where you and your friends were at one moment in your life and seeing how you've grown into the person you are at this moment in your life is truly something to really value because it shows you how much you've grown as a person and how much you've actually learned through that either 6 months or 5 year period, just however long, it really shows how you've grown as a person. And I also really value service. Service has always been something that's very important to me because growing up in a small community, I was always going and volunteering places, whether that be with the local animal shelter or with the Humane Society that's in our region. I've also gone with my cousin who actually works for Meals on Wheels and volunteered for them for years. I love working and volunteering with Meals on Wheels because it's so fulfilling to be able to give back to those people that don't have the means and the resources to be and just to be able to even go out and get food. So many of them are not able to get out of their homes and go buy the food that they need. And so just being able to go and deliver a hot meal or any kind of meal to them, it just is truly enriching and enlightening because it really does make an impact on them and it makes you feel good knowing that you have done something for them. So I really value service to others, not just myself, but to others, because I think if someone is willing to put someone above themselves, it really shows that they are just a caring and a very loyal person and that they value others more than themselves. And that's something that's truly enriching, and we all should kind of strive to put others before ourselves. And then going into my resources, into my human resources, I've thankfully been able to obtain or almost obtain a degree in pharmacy because I'm actually about to go to pharmacy school this next year. And just being able to teach myself how to time manage in college was so crucial. And I think that's something that a lot of people really struggle with, but I just learned, it took me a whole freshman year really to learn how to time manage. But I think just knowing to block off a certain time and in that time you're going to work on this truly does really help with your resources and your academics and even like going on to, pharmacy school or whatnot. I think that really is beneficial. Environmental resources, I'm very lucky to have water around me. I'm lucky to have a lake around me. I'm lucky to be in a community that values recycling because a lot of people don't take the time to actually recycle. And so I think it's super awesome that I have that in my community. My social resources, I really value my time with my friends. And me and my friends love going and volunteering. Like my friends actually come with me and volunteer on Meals on Wheels. And we also love going to the animal shelter because we all love dogs. And my economic resources, I'm very lucky as to right now, I have a budget from my parents, and that's kind of my economic resources. I'm allotted a certain amount of money a month, and then from there, if I run out of that money, then I don't have any money the rest of the month. But I think it's a really good thing to have a budget as a college student right now. My financial means, as of right now in my life, I am currently very thankful that I have my parents to help me navigate my finances right now. My parents do pay for everything. They give me a budget, but they do pay for everything. They have, thankfully, I've not had to take out loans for college for my undergrad as of right now, and I'm so very thankful for that opportunity to not have had to take out any loans up until this point. Now going to pharmacy school, I will have to take out some loans, but up until this point, I have not had to take out any loans. And when I do get a job, which will be in about 5 years-ish, my goal is to be a hospital pharmacist. And so in that, the starting salary is around $115,000 to $120,000 range, depending on where you work, and also depending on if you choose to be in a hospital or retail. Retail makes less, but a hospital typically will make a little bit more, and that's where I really want to work because I love the unpredictability of working in the hospital. You never know which kind of cases you're going to have. So I really want to work in a hospital, and the starting salary is on $115,000 to $120,000. So that's my current goal right now. So, yep.